What's going on, YouTube? Just so you know, I am hands-free. I am not looking at the camera unless I come to a complete stop at a stoplight. I am watching the road full-heartedly. But I want to come on here and talk to y'all real quick because it's been a minute. If you've never been here before, my name is Jen, and I try to promote positivity just by living my life the best way I know how. I've been through a lot in life, and now I choose, because it is a choice, to lead with positivity and try to protect my mental health as best possible. Now, does that mean that I'm walking around like the world is unicorns and rainbows? And sorry if my eyes are watered. I am exhausted. I don't know what is going on, but this sense of tiredness has come over me. I think there's something going on with the retrograde or something. I don't know. Anyway, my energy level has been down. But I'm okay. But like I was saying, does that mean that everything in my life is unicorns and rainbows? It is not. Life be lifing. Stuff happens. But I choose to react to things in the most positive way. One, I just live by the motto, why raise my blood pressure over stuff that I cannot control? So things that are out of my hands, I just pray about it, work on it as best I can, and then I let it go from there. I think a lot of times we put more stress on ourselves than is going on in actuality. Like, I think sometimes we can be concerned about something, but that concern turns into worry. That worry turns into stress, and next thing you know, your blood pressure is up, you breathing hard, you don't physically feel good, and then you can't attack and solve the problem like you could have if you just stayed level-headed, right? The other thing I wanted to talk about is, and I was thinking about this yesterday. I was going to post about it, but I got caught up. My son has not been feeling well. My little, y'all say a prayer for him. He's okay, but he just been having a few little issues with his allergies and so on and so forth. Anyway, I was thinking about the fact that we wish and we pray so many good things for other people. Like when we see other people winning, we're so quick to congratulate them and wish them well and say, you know, more blessings. Even if something simple as telling somebody happy birthday on a post. You know, it's like happy birthday and many more and all the good things and all the blessings. You know, you pray that when somebody has a birthday or when they have a great accomplishment and you're witnessing that through their posts. You know, we'll be quick to hop on the bandwagon. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry I keep yawning, y'all. But I'm determined to get this out. But we so quick to hop on the bandwagon, congratulate them, give them their accolades, but we don't do that for ourselves. We show up more for other people than we show up for ourselves. How backwards is that? And then it's gotten to the point, I feel, where society has made us think that if you are congratulating yourself, if you're showing up for yourself more than you do other people, that you're being selfish or that you're being conceited. Either you drink that or leave it alone. Stop playing with it now. My son back here playing with this drink. Anyway, typical boy. But we have a bad habit of wishing each other the world before we even wish that for ourselves. Something that's simple. Okay, I'll give y'all a great example. You got a friend that's going for a new job, right? So you praying for that friend, and you like, you got this friend, God got you, and you know, you praying and you wishing, and you sending all this positive energy their way. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But you go and apply for a job, and you sit there and you worry that, man, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not wearing the right attire. You know, I didn't answer these questions right. Maybe they don't see enough in me to give me the position. Why are you not wishing the same good for that friend for yourself? That is the most backwards way of thinking. And we honestly have gotten into this mode in society where it's like, when it comes to us, you keep your head down and you grind and you just work hard. And you know, there's that post on TikTok, nobody's coming to tell you congratulations. Nobody's coming to pat you on the back, right? Nobody's going to be there to motivate you. You got to motivate yourself. That is very true. But the thing is, do we actually do that? I was telling my oldest son, he's a senior in high school, and we had a little tiff the other day about, he says that I don't give him his flowers enough. You know, basically, I'm not giving him the accolades enough. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a hard-nosed parent. I'm actually pretty liberal with my kids. As long as they behave, they're respectful, they do their chores, I try to give them most of the things they want within reason. I'm not a label mom, so I'm not out here buying, well, one, I can't afford it, but I'm not out here buying, you know, Gucci and Jordans and whatever. From time to time, I will get them the things they want. Nor do my kids really care about all that. They like what they like. They're really just into sketching, art, anime, creative things. And so that's what they choose to have mommy spend money on when I'm treating them to something, right? But my son was saying, like, all this year I've kept my nose down. I kept my nose in the book. Well, there's a test that he had coming up. And so on Saturday, instead of, refreshing for this test, he chose to chill out all day, be in his bed, be on the phone with his friends, And I'm like, hey, boy, did you crack open a book? Because it's a class that he is struggling in. And we're about 2 months from graduation, right? He had not touched the book, the notes, nothing. He hadn't drilled himself on the notes, nothing. So I got onto him because I was like, we ain't got time to play. You got to look at this every day. You got to say this every day. Consistency is key, right? He loses it and he's like, well, I've been doing this all week and you haven't said anything. And for a quick second, and some people might judge me for this, I don't really care. Because I feel like sometimes we really coddle our kids a little bit too much. Okay? For a quick second, I thought to myself, because he got kind of emotional, and he was like, you don't see that I'm working hard and I've been staying up, every night till 1 o'clock in the morning, which he has, studying this and other. And I sat there and for a quick second, I almost felt bad, right? Because he got emotional. And I didn't say anything. I just was kind of stone-faced because it hit me. You're 18. You can't go out into the world and cry every time you don't get your way. The life don't work that way. And I'm not saying that his feelings weren't valid. But son, you got to toughen up, because when you go to somebody's job and you've been working hard, the boss is not always going to come by and pat you on the back. It just ain't going to happen like that. Nobody is going to be there to congratulate yourself. You have to want more for yourself than other people want for you. You have to pat yourself on the back. You have to push yourself. You have to motivate yourself. You have to do things when nobody is looking, because it is for you. And that may sound harsh, and I don't think he really liked me in that moment. And I told him, I said, in the next couple of months, there's going to be a lot of moments where you absolutely cannot stand me. But know that I'm doing it for your own good, because I've been out there in the world. But it's true. We sit there and wait for these accolades from other people to validate us. But are you doing that for yourself? Are you validating yourself? Are you congratulating yourself? Are you speaking life into yourself? We are so quick to speak life into other people and wish them well when we don't even do it for self. I will never forget being in church. Shout out to Apostle Kenton Jones and his wife Ramona. They're amazing, amazing people. And they are the originators of the Free Life Ministry. But we were in church, and this was years ago. He said to us, I appreciate that my congregation prays for me, that y'all want great for me. But he was talking about how somebody came up to him and was like, I just pray that, your house is abundant, and I pray for, the covering and peace for your family, and, just all these wonderful things. Nothing was going on, but somebody just walked up to him, and he said, I received that. But he said, it hit me. Does this person pray that for themselves? So he started praying over them like, no, I wish that for you. Because he said, what good is it if I'm living in a house on the hill and my congregation is struggling? Which that wasn't the case by any means. But he was just like, I want us all to be, good. I want us all to live well. I want us all to live in abundance. He said, I don't feel right if you pray for my abundance, but you're not praying that for yourself. You're not speaking that over yourself. And so I say all this to say, we have to start showing up for us. You have to get up in the morning and tell yourself that you are great, that you are wonderful, you're intelligent, you're creative, you're talented, you have all these gifts. And then you have to go out into the world and figure out, how do I use these gifts to make my life better, make my situation better? These are things that we have to start doing for ourselves. We can't wait for somebody else to do it. Because what if somebody else never comes and says, you're so amazing? I always say, even and I'll use relationships as an example as well. In relationships, a lot of times people use the term, this person completes me. That is a scary thought when you really think about it. This person is the last piece to my puzzle. This person is my better half. What? Baby, you better be whole before you get into a situation with somebody, because if you only half of a person, that means that you are broken. And if you get with another half, that means the two broken people have gotten together, and when y'all break up, you're going to be broken all over again. Now, it is true that when you deal with somebody, get into a relationship, and so on and so forth, you have soul ties that may occur. You do have, it's called a breakup, because they're taking a piece of you with them. But baby, they shouldn't take all of you where there is nothing left. They should not take half of you. They should not, quote unquote, complete you to the point where you cannot stand alone when they leave. And I'm not saying every relationship gonna be bad and, you're automatically gonna break up. I'm not saying that you think negatively walking into the situation, but you have to be your own person. So many times we get into these relationships, and I strongly believe that when people say, this person completes me, it's because they have lost themselves in that other person, to the point where they're like, this person, completes my whole little picture, And then when that person leaves, you ain't got nothing left, because you haven't found your own life, your own voice, your own sense of self, your own thing that is separate from that person. While it is true that when you get married, you cleave to your husband, your wife, so on and so forth, and you are supposed to become one, you still also have to have your own mind and your own opinions, because even though you are a union, you should not get so lost in that person that you lose who you are in your personality, in your being. You get what I'm saying? You should not be so, because there's a fine line between supporting and loving and being with someone and completely losing yourself in someone. Okay? I have lost myself in another person, to the point where my personality traits started to become theirs, where I started doing things, saying things, acting out things, being a way that was not even me. I didn't even recognize myself anymore, because I let that person push me mentally, physically, emotionally to the brink of dang near madness, where I was doing stuff that I would never never have done had I not been with that person. I let that person manipulate me. I let that person talk to me any kind of way, because I wasn't strong in myself. And that's what I mean by having a sense of self and being whole before you're with somebody. Because if you don't have a strong sense of self before you get into a relationship, you're gonna lose yourself in that other person, and it's gonna get to a point where it's like you feel like you can't breathe without them being there. Now, I'm not saying that I'm so together that if I get in a relationship with somebody and I really care about them and we really in it and we break up, that it's not gonna hurt. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be so wrapped up in somebody to the point where if they leave, you can't recover because your life is just over. Because here's the thing. When that person is no longer in your life, life is still going to go on. The sun is still going to rise and set. Your bills are still going to be due on time. You're still going to have to take care of your household. You're still going to have to take care of yourself, your children, so on and so forth. Life is going to go on. It doesn't stop just because somebody is not there. So that's why we have to start validating ourselves. So let's start this. Tomorrow when you get up in the morning, when you go in the bathroom to wash your face and brush your teeth, I'm a person that I brush my teeth over the sink and I wash my face in the shower with my face wash. I double cleanse my face. Shout out to Good Skin, right? But I usually go in the bathroom, do my natural duties, and then I brush my teeth. When you stand in front of that mirror to brush your teeth, this is what I start doing, and it really has changed how I go out in my day, how I show up in my day, how I show up for myself. No matter how crusty my face look, no matter how my locks are sticking up all over my head, no matter if my face is puffy and swollen because I'm holding water, no matter if I feel fat or skinny that day, I look in the mirror and I tell myself, you are enough right now in this moment. I don't think about, oh, well, I didn't get to this goal. I'm not there yet. I tell myself that I am enough for that moment. And then the next day I do it all over again. I tell myself that I am amazing right where I stand as I am. Because here's the thing. Not only do we not validate ourselves enough, we don't speak good things over ourselves in the moment. We wait. We say, well, when I get this amount of money, I'm going to be straight. Well, when I lose this weight, I like myself more. Well, when I get into this relationship with this person, I'm going to feel better. Well, when I can get this job, I'm going to stop worrying. Yes, life is lifing, but you have to love and accept and cherish and adore and speak life into yourself right now, today. So, if you made it to the end of this video, I thank you. I appreciate you. Please subscribe to my channel. I am trying to show up for myself, not just on YouTube, but every day in my daily life, no matter what. I'm going to pick up my oldest son from his tutoring session. I got on a do-rag and a hoodie. My face is not made up. I'm not one of the girls that's going to come on here and do that all the time. I'm a regular person. I'm a mom. But the thing is, regardless of how I look, I am choosing to show up for myself. Today is Wednesday, March the 5th. For the next 30 days till April the 5th, I'm going to post every day. I'm going to post a video on whatever is on my heart. And I'm going to show up for myself. And I hope you show up for yourself. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It is as simple as hitting a button. Please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. All the links are down below where you can connect with me, follow me, reach out to me. I appreciate y'all for being here. Know that you are enough. You are beautiful. We are all created in His image. And I always believe that everybody is somebody. Okay? But you got to speak life into yourself. You got to validate yourself. Stop waiting for the world. Stop waiting for other people to do it for you. You got to cheer yourself on when there's nobody else to cheer you on. You are enough. Peace and blessings, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel.